Hey there, it's me, DjDoubleT, here and existing for the very last segment of tonight. A regularly scheduled program that's a little bit late, but then again I kinda got stuck playing some Minecraft. We're here with episode 14 of Hard to Make a Romantic Cartoon. And I wonder how long it'll be. And honestly, what's next for our storyline of our character Do-young between two other boys? Who knows? But let's dive in. Hard to Make a Romantic Cartoon, episode 13, Mission Impossible 1? Wait, huh? Can I go back real quick? No, go back.
보내고 싶지 않아.
Yeah, it's episode 14. This is episode 13 again. Alright. Sure. I grabbed my book from the classroom and left the building with young men. I saw Hyun and Jinha waiting for me. They quarreled all day, but they get along fine. I was about to put up a smile. There was a sharp car, honk honk, and then a stranger walked up to them. Who's he? I tilted my head. Then the man slapped Jinha across the face 15 minutes ago. When Do-young went into the building, I glared at Hyun. What were you doing in the student council room? I was desperate to know what had happened. Why is Do-young blushing whenever he meets Hyun's eyes? It was almost driving me insane. Nothing. Nothing? Then what's up with Do-young? What about him? I'm not joking. Maybe he likes me better than you. Hyun's struggle got on my nerves. Do-young asked us not to fight, but it was obvious Hyun was picking a fight with me. Hyun and I stared at each other hard. A sharp honking sound came up from up close. What in the... Jun-hyuk? Jung-hyuk walked up to me fast and slapped me. Then he said something so absurd. What the hell are you doing? What's with all the rumors? It was a bolt out of the blue. My cheek had gone numb. I even felt the taste of blood. He must have hit me hard. What are you doing? It's a family affair. Mind your own business. Hyun raised his eyebrows disapprovingly. Then a small figure bolted past him. Family affair? You just hit him in front of everyone else. Some no-good punk showed up out of nowhere and hit Jinha. I lost my temper. I couldn't control myself. It just so happens I was holding a thick, hard-covered math book, so I used it to slap him real hard. Alright, my character said, here's a book, Reading Rainbow. You know what? You know what? This doesn't add up. This is what you get for being rude. Hope makes it equal. Slap. How dare you hit Jinha? You little freak. You've done it before, haven't you? Wait. Family affair? Do you call yourself his family? You crazy jerk. Then the man drew his hand back high in the air. Jinha was quick enough to stop him, and Hyun dragged me to his side. Junmin took out his cell phone and started recording everything. It was only then the man calmed down. So you're Gang Hyun. You do have a pretty face. The man stared at me up and down before he scoffed. But I don't think I'll let this slide. Or what? What are you gonna do about it? I yelled at him again. Hyun patted me to calm me down. I guess you're too dumb to keep on making a fuss here. What? I heard Jung-han was having trouble because of the air. I guess the rumor isn't groundless. Hyun clicked his tongue, staring at the man. The man's face burned up from embarrassment. He looked at Jinha again with bloodshot eyes. I'll see you at home. Hey, don't run away. I snapped, but he got in his car and drove away. The fact that this man drove up to us, got out of the car, probably parked somewhere illegally, and then slapped somebody, just like, no. After he left, silence fell upon us. I finally got myself together and spoke to Jinha. Did I make things worse? Jinha might have to face the consequence of what I just did. I shouldn't have done that. It was so reckless of me. No. Jinha smiled, but I wasn't sure if he meant that. Don't go home. Come over to my house. You can stay as long as you like. I'll take you on. We should take some time to figure this out. Hyun stared at me with wide eyes. To your house. Take him on. Are you... While Kang-hyun stood there baffled, Jinha answered in a calm voice. I can handle it. Don't worry. I feel proud of him. I feel angry. Okay. Yeah, I'm really proud of this golden retriever boy. Yeah, I believe in Jinha. Father learned what happened at school. It's his fault! I swear! I did nothing wrong. I stood confident in front of my father. It was all thanks to Young and Hyun that gave me strength. Now I didn't care what other people thought of me. You're Lee Jin-ha, and that's all that matters to me. It can't be undone anyway. You're so brazen. It will follow me around forever. It's what I have to put up with, and I'm willing to. I spoke flatly. The look in my father's eyes changed. That small kid insulted me, father. Aw, cried the daddy. Jung-hyuk went on babbling about calling his attorney. I won't let him blame Do-young. I don't think you should do that. Don't you dare interrupt me. Is it because he's your friend? He is my friend, but you've been told who he is, haven't you? I didn't want to, but I mentioned Gang Hyun's name. Well, father, Cha Do-young is a close friend of Gang Hyun. I doubt it would do Jung-han any good. It seemed father had already made up his mind. Jung-hyuk was the only one who couldn't accept it. You little... Father finally spoke up. Enough, Jinha. Go to your room. Okay? It was obvious what was going to happen next. After things were sorted out, I set out to Do-young's house. I miss him. It was late, but I couldn't control myself. I wanted to see him. I was worried about him. He might be worried sick. I needed to see him to calm myself down. Jinha! I rang the bell and Do-young opened the door. He was about to burst into tears as soon as he saw me. It was a great idea coming here. Can I sleep over? I didn't answer, but held Jinha tight instead. I'm sorry. Do-young, you don't have to be. Everything's fine. But Jinha's words didn't give me comfort. I just burst into action thoughtlessly. I'm the one who caused trouble, but he has to make up for it. This shouldn't have happened. After I got home, I regretted sending Jinha home alone. I'm being a nuisance to him. I used to be one of those readers who criticized the characters for being reckless, but now I found myself doing the same thing. I was reckless and thoughtless. What a shame. I'm a no good troublemaker. I was so sorry for him that I felt tears welling up. Don't cry, Do-young. Jinha was kind enough to brush my cheek gently. Aren't you going to tell me? I didn't want to tell him what happened at home. I was glad that I gave Jung-hyuk a blow, but I didn't want Do-young to know that. He always saw me as the good kid. There was something special. Then, I'm sure you could tell me. I tried to skim over it, saying everything went well, but Do-young was quite persistent today. It must have been rough and tough. That's why you can't talk about it. Do-young got the wrong idea and felt greatly upset. Then he burst into tears. I couldn't help it anymore. I mentioned Hyun. I just told my father the truth. He took my side too. Really? Father will suspend his credit card. Jung-hyuk's gonna have a hard time now. That's nice. If he gets caught plotting something to get us back at us, he'll find himself in bigger trouble, so don't worry. I finally felt relieved, but then Jinha asked something weird.
혹시 실망했어?
Are you disappointed? I had no idea what he was talking about.
내가 왜 실망을 해?
Why would I be disappointed?
아니, 뭐...
Well...
응?
Huh?
얍삽하고
Because
나빠서?
it's sneaky
그런 거 싫어하잖아.
and mean. You hate that stuff. Jinha hesitated for a long time before he said that. I was dumbfounded.
나쁜 건 그 녀석이지.
He's the
그게
bad guy
뭐가
here.
나빠?
You didn't do anything. It was much better than doing nothing.
잘했어. 앞으로도 괴롭히는 녀석에겐 쭉 그런 태도를 유지해.
You did a great job. Keep it up if anyone tries to get to you again. Jinha finally smiled out of relief.
그럼 너도
Then-
다음엔 울지 마.
Promise you won't
난
cry?
괜찮으니까.
Even if something like this happens again? I'm okay. Jinha's composed tone stirred up my feelings.
가족이랑 다툰 게 기분 좋을 리 없을 텐데.
There's no way he's fine after fighting with his own family. I was sure that he was pretending to be calm for my sake. It made my heart ache.
자꾸 괜찮다고만 하지 마.
Stop saying you're okay.
그렇게 다
You're
괜찮다고 하면
spoiling me. Jinha broke into laughter.
난 좋아.
I'd like that.
더 응석 부리고 많이 의지해줘.
I want you to rely on me more.
나를 어떻게 만들고
Seriously,
싶어 하는 거야?
I'll become spoiled. Then Jinha took my hand. His voice sounded serious.
네 탓 아니라고 해도 안 믿을 거지?
It's not your fault. Are you ever gonna believe that? I couldn't answer him. It was true. I was still feeling guilty.
그렇게 마음이 쓰이면 처음 만났을 때처럼
Then
치료해 줄래?
will you treat me like the day when we first met? Jinha whispered, looking into my eyes. I really like that. Jinha smiled gently. I feel embarrassed. My heart is racing. I would feel embarrassed, but I think my heart is racing. If anything. Jinha's fingers stroked my face affectionately. I felt my skin go numb each time he touched me. You know, I'm happy and disappointed at the same time. Zen, Anari, I don't know if you guys were here for it, but last episode, this guy gave a hug to this guy. And then kissed the other guy, the other ship. And that made me go nuts. And then I am happy, but I just don't know how I feel about it. Well, I guess this was unprompted, so I guess. Okay, maybe it's fine. It's fine, right? The moment I saw Do Young's innocent eyes, I couldn't control myself. I was burning with thirst, and my head was throbbing with an uncontrollable impulse.
닿아야 해. 조금 더.
I want to
더
touch
많이.
him more. The instinct whispered, no, almost screamed inside my head. I stretched out my hand to Do Young. That wasn't all. In the blink of an eye, my lips were touching his. Do Young closed his eyes as if he was giving me consent. I kissed him even deeper. I was thirsty to have him. Do Young's eyelashes fluttered. My desire must have been too much for him.
도영아.
Do Young. Jinha hesitated for a while before he called my name. I heard a familiar sound. Ding! Warning! Physical contact with Jinha. 1 out of 1. Great job! Assuming from the last sentence, the writer must have been greatly satisfied. But for some reason, I felt depressed. I hugged Jinha tightly. Alright, that's the end of the episode.
이렇게 행복해도 되는 걸까? 조금
Worried? Allowed to be
무섭다.
this happy? It's a bit scary. Well. Alright. And I think that's all I'll have for today. At least, I think as much as I want to pursue. We'll save episode 15 and how many other episodes afterwards for the next time. And for once, I am not gonna try to put a stopping point, so I won't stream all the way too late. But I've also been here for a long time as well. Thanks, Anare, for being around. And Zen, if you're still here, thank you for being around for this part as well. I appreciate it. And yeah, if you see this on YouTube, thank you for watching. And if you want to see me live while the series goes, we'll see. We'll see. But you want to see me live and see this series while it's still going? Feel free to come by on Wednesdays from between 10 p.m. to 12 a.m. Usually at the time when this goes up. But for the next stream, tomorrow, the stream's gonna be tomorrow. I'm going to try to figure out a specific time. I'm not sure when yet. The time for 7:30 to 9:30, 7:30 p.m. to 9:30 p.m. is still a thing. I'll be playing with Chaos tomorrow. I'm not sure what we'll play, but I want to make sure that once I'm done with all my personal work, that I'll start streaming King of the Chaos tomorrow. I keep saying it, but I'm gonna hold myself accountable for it. So that's what it's gonna be tomorrow. King of the Castle, probably some more Minecraft, and also to play Monster Prom. Well, Monster Camp specifically. But for now, that's it for the agenda. This is me, DjDoubleT, out and about, and deuces. Have a good time, zone.